ranking every JoJo main villain from weakest to strongest. I was inspired to make this video from a YouTuber by the name Kujo Jotaro, who made one about the protagonists. In this video, I will be taking their abilities into account and will not judge it purely of strength. This video will be a King of the Hill type, where they will be ranked by if they can beat the people below. Without further ado, let's get to the video. Starting with the weakest main villain. Toru, or just Wonder of You in general. Before you throw every possible slur at me, just listen. Wonder of You is a universal concept that has a universal range inside of the JoJolian verse, but sadly, lacked these extraordinary feats in a neutral verse. He wouldn't be able to function any place else except the JoJolian universe, which is why I wouldn't be able to put him in a fair and non-biased list. He lacks AP besides being able to harm Josuke, who should be around building level by destroying a boat. Josuke only has around motorcycle speed too, so Wonder of You logically has no scaling. For more information about Wonder of You scaling, I recommend watching my video Stronger Than GR video, which will be in the description below, where I go more in depth about the whole situation. Number 7, Funny Valentine. Despite having arguably the coolest ability from the main villains, he seriously lacks the scaling and power and speed to make it to top 5. Although he has enough force to cause a storm throughout the entirety of Kansas City, the force required to do so is only small city level if you appeal to this calc right here. Of course you can apply to other sources, but this is a video of what I've seen and how I'm ranking them. His ability Love Train allows him to replace himself with different versions and transcend dimensions. What they mean here by transcending dimensions is simply him being able to teleport the attacks thrown to him to another dimension, or just simply travel through them, as beyond doesn't necessarily mean above and could also mean beyond and transcend doesn't necessarily mean above, it could just mean beyond. And considering the context, gone through makes more sense since he's traveling between them. His weakness along with Wonder of You is simply their speed. They are massively slow, scaling to characters with either get shot by bullets or just ran over by motorcycles. Their speed should correlate to the activation or initiation of their abilities, so asserting that the dimensional wall of Love Chain can keep up with speeds faster than the speed of revolvers is a no-limit fallacy. Number 6, Kira. This one I'm just gonna keep really brief. His abilities allow him to blow up people from the inside out. His speed should around relativistic scaling to Josuke, who can keep up with our fatigued red hot chili pepper. Although he has the force to damage Jotaro and Josuke, it doesn't mean much when he's massively slower than virtually everyone on the list, and his abilities aren't necessary if he's losing every fight because he cannot keep up with him. Number 5, Diavolo. Although I disagree with the fact that Diavolo is light speed, I have him above Cars because he's capable of fighting people who are faster than light or just light speed. The reason why he's able to dodge him is because of his epitaph, which allows him to predict the movements of opponents and easily dodge the attacks that are displayed. What is shown by epitaph is fated to happen. Diavolo uses epitaph to predict his opponent's movements and use his time skip to sneak behind his enemies like Batman and turn them into donuts. The time skip ability is what makes him considered one of the strongest threats in the list. Number 4, Cars. I know what you're wondering. Why would a non-stand user be up here? Well, before you push your glasses up and go geek mode, just listen, alright? Not only is Cars one of the fastest characters within the verse, being able to move so fast that light cannot keep up with him, but he's also equipped with extremely absurd abilities such as you know what, I'm just gonna drop this scan and let y'all read, alright? Done? Okay, cool. Anyways, he's capable of using a Hamon, cannot die, and has better regeneration than virtually every vampire that we've seen within the verse. The reason he's so low in the list is because he wouldn't be able to keep up with the people above in speed and would be outclassed. The reason I have him above Diavolo is because I virtually see no reason he'd lose to him. Not only does he have the speed and strength advantage, but I virtually can see no reason he'd lose to him. He has both the stamina and regeneration to outlive Diavolo, even if they were to fight 100 times and Diavolo slice and dice him. Number 3, Made in Heaven. Enrico's Pucci's speed is tagged infinite and has the ability to destroy and recreate universes at will. Regardless if this is done through his ability or not, would change the fact that he has their ability to withstand both the destruction of the universe, followed up by the singularity point. He came out from this whole thing virtually unharmed and is capable of leaving Jotaro, who was stated to be able to take down Pucci by himself, leaving Pucci with both the universal attack power and infinite speed, along with their ability. Number 2, Dio Brando. To spare you from a long explanation about how strong Dio is or why he is the number 2, I recommend watching these 2 videos I made earlier, where I explain the narrative on Dio and why he's stronger and can beat the people below. But for the shorter answer, it's simply because he's physically stronger than the Dio above and should be somewhat relative to Jotaro. Number 1. Dio. Dio's stand world is a humanoid stand that specializes in melee attacks and roughly equal, if not superior, in its immense force and speed to Jotaro Kujo's Star Platinum. We know this is also the case because Dio is more than capable of harming the likes of Star Platinum, who started to overwhelm him and blow through his guard multiple times. The data book also suggests that Dio is equal to that of Jotaro, but has the potential of being above. This, including his ability to stop time, makes Dio the top G of the JoJo universe and the tier list, well, at least from the villain perspective. And that wraps up this video.